Hello dear friends, welcome to my channel, that is Prasad's Learning Hub, and the motto of my channel is to excel in life sciences field. And my name is Rajesh Prasad. Today we will be discussing another important topic, that is biomolecules. So we have heard many times about biomolecules. So what are biomolecules? Before discussing biomolecules, we should know that all living matter is composed of 6 elements. What are they? They are carbon, hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, phosphorus and sulfur. And all these elements constitute about 90% of the dry weight of the human body. So, if we look into what is the definition of biomolecules, so those chemicals or molecules that are present in living organisms are known as biomolecules. And also the total sum of different types of biomolecules, compounds and ions found in a cell is called as cellular pool. So, in another word, we can say that biomolecules are compounds of carbon. The chemistry of living organisms is organized around carbon, and the carbon is the most predominant and versatile element of life. And another unique property of carbon is that it has ability to form numerous compounds, because it has ability to form stable covalent bonds and also carbon-carbon chains with unlimited length. So, due to these characteristics of carbon, it is estimated that about 90% of compounds found in living organism or living system contain carbon. So that is very important point regarding carbon. Now let us see the different types of biomolecules. So first of all, the biomolecules is divided into two types. They are inorganic and organic biomolecules. So organic and inorganic, the main difference between these two types of biomolecule is that inorganic do not have carbon along with hydrogen, whereas organic molecules have carbon and hydrogen. So the example of inorganic molecules are minerals, gases and water, whereas organic molecules are like carbohydrates, lipids, amino acids, proteins, enzymes, nucleotides, nucleic acids and vitamins. So these are organic biomolecules. Again, further, the biomolecules are divided into two categories on the basis of the molecular weight and the solubility of the biomolecules. So what are they? They are micromolecules and macromolecules. So now let us see one by one. So micromolecules are those biomolecules which are small in size. Usually they have molecular weight 1800 to 800 daltons, which is less than 1000 daltons, and their solubility is quite higher, and their conformation means their structure is very simple. So these micromolecules are found in acid soluble pool. So what are the different types of micromolecules? Micromolecules are again maybe inorganic and organic. which includes like water, gases, minerals, sugars, amino acids and nucleotides. So these are micromolecules. So what is macromolecules? These are also a kind of biomolecules, but comparatively it is larger in size, and compared to micromolecules they have high molecular weight. Usually they have 10,000 daltons molecular weight and above that, except lipids, and their solubility is very low compared to micromolecules, and their conformation, their structure is also very complex. So again, these macromolecules are found in insoluble fractions. So what are different types of macromolecules? So different types of macromolecules are carbohydrates, these are examples of macromolecules, lipids, proteins and nucleic acids, means RNA and DNA. So those are macromolecules. Now, except lipids, other macromolecules formed by a process known as polymerization. In another term, it is a condensation process. So each unit found in macromolecules are known as monomers, and the long chain of monomers are known as polymers. So that is the difference, that we should know what is monomers and what is polymers. Here we can see that macromolecules like proteins, lipids, nucleic acids and carbohydrates, they play very important role in living organisms body. So what actually they do? They are found in organelles, cells, tissues, organs and finally in the whole organism's body these particular macromolecules are found. Now let us see what are the different biomolecules found in a cell. So in a cell we will find mainly 5 types of biomolecules. So first is protein, which has building block or repeating unit is monomer unit is amino acids, and it is a fundamental basis of a structure and function of cell. Second is DNA, deoxyribonucleic acids, and its repeating monomer is deoxyribonucleotide, and it is a repository of hereditary information, that is genetic information. Third component biomolecule is RNA, and its repeating unit is ribonucleotide, and it plays very important role in protein synthesis. And the fourth biomolecule found in a cell is polysaccharide, that is glycogen, which is a type of carbohydrate, and its repeating unit is glucose, and it store energy and help in meeting those energy for short term demands. And the fifth biomolecule is lipid, and its repeating unit is fatty acids and glycerols, and it also stores energy, but it gives energy for during long term demands, and it also plays in the structure of membrane, cell membrane formation. Now let us see what are the different chemical compositions of a normal man having in an average weight of 65 kg. So we will get water 61.6%, and in terms of weight it is 40 kg, whereas protein we will get 17%, lipid 13.8%, carbohydrate it is 1.5%, and minerals we will get 6.1%. And as we all know that water is a solvent of life, it's very important ingredient. So almost 60% of the body weight we will find water in the body, and that is followed by protein, which is mainly found in muscles, and then lipid, which is mainly found in adipose tissues. So the carbohydrate contain in a body is very low, which is in the form of glycogen in the storage form. So we can conclude here that the average composition of a living cell, we will find water. How much? It is 70 to 90%. Proteins we will get 10 to 15%, and carbohydrates we will get 3%, and lipids we will get 2%. Whereas nucleic acid, DNA, RNA we will get 5 to 7%, and we will also get ions 1%. So that is very important detail about in an average human body how much water, protein, lipids, carbohydrate, minerals are found. Now let us see in details about an important biomolecules found in living system, that is carbohydrate. So what is carbohydrate? What is carbohydrate? So carbohydrates are biomolecules found in living organisms body, and it is most abundant organic molecules in nature. If we see in nature, then it is the most abundant organic molecules. And the term carbohydrate is derived from a French word, that is hydrate de carbon, which means it is a hydrate of carbon, and it has formula CnH2ON or CH2ON. And if we see the structure, it has carbon, hydrogen and oxygen, and the ratio between hydrogen and oxygen is 2:1, as like which is found in water molecule. Again, carbohydrates are of two types on the basis of the functional group found in their structure. So those carbohydrate which has aldehyde groups are known as aldoses, whereas the carbohydrates that has ketone functional groups are known as ketoses. So we can see the CHO group, which is aldehyde group that is found in carbohydrates, are known as aldoses. For example, glyceraldehyde, xylose, ribose, glucose, galactose, these are aldoses. Whereas ketoses, which has functional group CO, for example hydroxyacetone, erythrulose, ribulose, fructose, xylulose, pseudohaptulose. So these are the ketoses. Now let us see what is the main functions of carbohydrates in a living organism's body. So it is a actually dietary source of energy. It is a primary source of all living organisms. It gives 4 calories of energy per gram of the substance. And also carbohydrate is a precursor for many organic molecules like fats and amino acids. Precursor means it is required during their synthesis. And also we know that in a what called cell membrane structure we get another types of carbohydrate, that is glycoproteins and glycolipids. Those carbohydrates which are attached with proteins are known as glycoproteins, and those attached with lipids molecule of a cell membrane is known as glycolipids. These also plays very important role during cell-cell interactions, and also in cell growth and in adhesion and during fertilizations. So that is the another function of carbohydrates. Carbohydrates also plays very role in the structural components of many organisms, like cellulose, which is found in plants, are made up of, it's a type of carbohydrate. Exoskeleton of some insects and cell wall of microorganisms is also composed of carbohydrate. And carbohydrates also serve as the storage form of energy, that is glycogen, to meet the immediate energy demands of the body. So these are some important functions of carbohydrates. So now let us see what are different types of carbohydrates. So carbohydrates are mainly classified into 3 categories. They are monosaccharides, oligosaccharides, and polysaccharides. So these three categories are based on the number of sugar units, that is the monomer, the repeating unit. So on the basis of this repeating units, they have been classified into three types. So here you will find another one very unique term, that is saccharides. So for carbohydrates always we use this term saccharides, which is actually a Greek word meaning sugar. Saccharon means sugar. And another difference we get in monosaccharides and oligosaccharides are the monosaccharides and oligosaccharides types of carbohydrates are sweet in taste, and also they have crystalline structure, and they are also very readily soluble in water. So due to this, monosaccharides and oligosaccharide types of carbohydrates are commonly known as sugars. So the definition of sugar is those carbohydrates which are soluble in water are known as sugars. So monosaccharides and oligosaccharides are sugars. So at last here I would like to stop my presentations, and the remaining portions of some carbohydrates and other biomolecules like RNA, DNA, lipids, proteins, we will discuss in the next video. So for now I would like to say that keep watching my videos and like, share and subscribe my channel. We will meet in the next video. Thank you very much.